in terms of AI preparation, what do I mean? On the table in front of you is a set of preparation instructions. Instructions, guidance, I don't know, however you want to view it. But this is what I do in terms of my AI preparation. And very, very roughly speaking, if it's good enough for me to stand up and teach you guys and do it in front of a camera as well, then it's probably okay for an exam. Different stress, but stress nevertheless. Okay? So this is a process that I've developed over a number of years, and it stands my former students in very good stead, and I offer it to you with my full endorsement. I can't make you do it, but I do offer it to you with that, those credentials. So, what are we actually going to do? We're going to do some financial statement analysis, which mine looks like this, okay? And it's lots and lots of numbers. Just number city. Whoa, all of this stuff. Now, it's very individual. This is how I like it. So I have some things in red, I have some things in bold. I like to see things on a whole page, so the font is quite small. But that's what I like to do. And I have it in landscape. Okay? You will be able to access mine to see what I do. But you need to do your own. You have to have your own set of financial statement analysis. Once because I hadn't been very well, I had to do some teaching based on my colleague George's notes. And his notes are fine, nothing wrong with his notes, but they weren't my notes. And that was so stressful. I think it went okay, but I have to say it was an experience that I don't want to repeat. Okay? So it's very tempting to go, Neil's a great guy, he's really nice, he's given us all this stuff, I'm just going to use it. Error. Not because my stuff is no good, it's just not yours. And that's the difference. Okay? So, a set of financial statement analysis. Then, I do a set of what I just call AI notes. And this is the AI, all 33 substantive pages, okay, just in bullet point form. And this has no intrinsic value other than it's in Word now rather than being in a PDF. And I can manipulate the information into different forms, which I will need for my operational and strategic analysis. Okay? So that's all this is. It's also quite a good way of just reading yourself into the case. And it's more productive than just highlighting. I'm not a great fan of highlighter pens, I have to say. I think they are indiscriminate. So you highlight, and then you highlight a bit more. And I have seen some people's AI which has more highlighting than non-highlighting. So does that mean it's the non-highlighting that's important? I'm not sure. Because it can't all be that important. Okay? And there's definitely quite a lot of stuff in the industry background and whatever which isn't that important. Okay? So highlighting, I think, is a bit indiscriminate, and it doesn't go anywhere. You've then got to read back through the AI to find what it is. And I'm going, what? Do you know what? Oh, I highlighted that for a reason, and I can't remember why I did it. Oh, well, whatever. So I do this just to, as a staging post, to get me to my fundamentals, which are the first, a set of business issues. Now, these are not business problems. And you might think the word issues is a funny word to use. But what I mean by that is the facts and figures that you're going to use to tell your story. And just for no particular reason other than to organize them, so it's not just a block of information, I separate them into the company. So what's dealing just with the company and its structure and what it does, and sort of internal stuff. The industry, so this is the cinema industry. So this is the suppliers and the products that Sequin sells. Then I do markets, which is the customers and competitors. And then finally, I do some stuff on the economy. That would be the specific economy for the cinema-going industry and the more general UK economy. At the end of the day, this is effectively a retail, it's a sort of service, a retail operation, so it needs the likes of you and me as its customers. So what is our financial situation? How are we feeling in terms of wanting to spend our money to go and look at a flat screen for a couple of hours in an uncomfortable or comfortable chair, listening to the person behind munching popcorn or whatever it is? So we need to understand a bit about what's going on in my personal, not my personal, but our personal finances. And that will be driven by the UK economy. And then finally, so that's what, that's the business issues. And then finally, slightly different angle. So that's going to be my story, carved up into nice little segments. I then do my strategic analysis, which is my SWOT, PESTLE, and Porter's 5 forces. People ask me fairly regularly, why do you do all three? Isn't it just repetition? And there is a lot of overlap, but they do come at it from different angles. And I would say definitely for this paper, Porter's 5 forces will be very helpful. The competitive rivalry, threat of new entrants, threat of substitution. And then actually the power of customers and suppliers. I mean, all 5, I think, will be relevant. Not as in Porter did 5 forces, blah, 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 a dissertation on Porter's, but how would you build that into the constructing an argument about, or a discussion of an operational or strategic issue. And then finally, in requirements 2 and 3, you will be given an ethical issue. Or requirement 2, sorry, you'll be given 1, and requirement 3, you'll be given 2 ethical issues to deal with. And so let's have a look now, and let's have a think now about what sort of ethical issues might come up. And we'll do some brainstorming on that today and also over the next couple of weeks as well. So that's what I mean by AI preparation. And if you have a look at my notes, that's how much work I've done. Since 9 o'clock Tuesday morning, when I got the happy message from Sarah that the case is Sequin, it's been uploaded onto our Dropbox, go, go, go. And that took me till Thursday night. So 3 full days for me. Okay. Plus a bit of research around. So I did my economic research, and I was looking at ethical issues and stuff, bits and pieces. Okay? So, clearly mine are going to be on display to the world, so they better be okay. Yours are private to you, so you don't have to look at all the ridiculous time-consuming stuff like formatting and presentation. It's just for you. But nevertheless, it's a good 2 days' work. After today, I would suggest that's what you want to timetable in. Okay, so that's what we've got to do. We're going to make a start today, and we're going to start with financial statement analysis.